Here we have the new Xiaomi 13T Pro, a premium smartphone when it comes to the cameras, but today we will also cover all of the specs and the design. We will check out the battery life, performance and gaming, but first up, let's start with the unboxing. So what do we get in here? The first thing that we will see is the Xiaomi 13T Pro, which comes with a 120 watts fast charging brick, which is, by the way, twice as fast as what we get with the Xiaomi 13T. There is a Type-C charging cable, and yes, we do get a slick silicone case as well, and this one is pretty sturdy as well. Alright, next up to the specs and the design. Right here we have a smartphone with basically the same specs as the 13T. We got a 6.67-inch display with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the front, and we get a vegan leather back on the backside. Now this one feels a lot better than the plastic version that you get if you buy the black or the green version of this phone. The back slightly curves around over to the plastic frame, which gives it a nice feel if you have it in your hands. The main part of this phone are the three cameras that you get on the back right here. You got an ultra-wide telephoto and a normal 24mm shooter that takes pictures with 50 megapixels and is capable of 8K videos. We have a completely flat display, no curving around the edges on the front, plus it weighs in at 200 grams. The only annoying thing is that if you lay it flat on its back, that is wiggling around quite a lot, and this is a little bit annoying. So back to the display. So like I said, you get a 6.67-inch AMOLED display with Dolby Vision and HDR10 Plus resolution, plus a 120Hz refresh rate, which you can manually trim down to 60Hz if you want to, but I would just leave it in the auto mode. It even goes up to 144Hz if you're playing games. Now with the display, you can watch all of your favorite animes, YouTube videos, and Netflix series. The colors are great with good contrast thanks to the OLED panel right here. It's just a stunning picture quality and you will definitely love it. Even the black bezels all around the phone aren't too thick and don't get in the way if you're watching your stuff, plus the small selfie camera over here is practically invisible. Now as for the sound, the Xiaomi 13T Pro has got some stereo speakers and they get loud, plus the sound quality is decent as well. And a very smooth silicone strap, and on the other side I have the Apple Watch Series 9, which is great as well. Now like with the Xiaomi 13T, we also have a Dolby Atmos on the Pro model. Like this, you have a few presets that you can choose from, but you can also play around with the sliders of the equalizer and create your own sound profile. So Xiaomi smartphones usually don't disappoint when it comes to the battery life. In the 13T Pro, we get a 5000 mAh battery, which will easily get you through the day, even with lots of camera action, and if you're playing games and watch your videos on this one. And if you do run out of battery life, you still got a 120 watts fast charger in the backhand, which only takes about 20 minutes to fully charge your smartphone from 0 all the way up to 100%, which is crazy fast. Now over to the software. So we got MiUi 14 based on Android 13, and the great part is that we get a full 5 years of security updates and 4 years of OS updates. Now like this, we should get all the way up to 2027. Also, as usual, we get a whole lot of junk apps on this phone like Booking.com, we have Disney Plus and other games that you probably will never play. Like on the Xiaomi 13T, we get lots of different always on display modes, which I'm really a fan of. You can get those lights on the side of the phone if you get notifications, and you can even change the colors of those. As for the security stuff, we get a fingerprint sensor, and I think this one works just great, even if you have some sweaty fingers. And if that doesn't work, you still have the face unlock, and that should work great as well. You can even use the fingerprint sensor to check your heart rate, but better just get a smartwatch as they are a little bit more accurate. And yeah, as for the storage, I got the 512 gig version, and about 12 gigs are already used up by the system, which isn't that bad. You can say that this is average. Next, we got the performance and we got the gaming. And the Xiaomi 13T Pro is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9200 Plus and is backed up by 12 or 16 gigs of RAM, which is definitely more than enough power for your everyday usage. Swiping around feels soft as butter, opening up apps is super fast, and gaming is really fun on here. I played Genshin Impact, and even on the highest settings, the game wasn't lagging or stuttering at all, and just get a little bit warm after quite a while. The frame rate stayed consistent throughout my whole gaming session and rarely dropped. On here you also have a game booster like on the 13T, with which you can take screenshots, you can go ahead and screen record, turn on the D&D mode, or put the phone in a high performance mode to get the best gaming experience. Now as for last, we got the cameras. The Leica camera on this phone are just top notch. You got a 24mm lens that takes pictures with 50 megapixels and has optical image stabilization. And that's the same with the telephoto lens. The ultra-wide angle shooter takes pictures with 12 megapixel. The front camera is a 12 megapixel shooter that can shoot videos in 1080p and 30 fps. Now the back camera is a little bit better, as you can shoot videos in 4K with 60 fps or even 8K with 24 fps. Like this, your videos will look top notch. You have great detail, smooth pictures thanks to the 60 fps, and colors look great. Even if my cat moves a little bit faster, it still catches it pretty good. The 24mm lens is taking awesome pictures outside with some crispy colors, good detail, and just inside the colors fade away a little bit, but it's really not that bad. If you switch between the normal and the ultra wide angle lens, the colors pretty much stay the same and the pictures look great. The 50 megapixel telephoto lens is doing a good job as well, as you can get great close-up shots of your cats and other persons and get very good portrait shots as well. Now, like I said, the selfie camera doesn't take the best selfie videos, as we're capped to 1080p with 30 fps, but that's how it looks like. Alright guys, so this right here is the selfie camera, and this one records in 1080p with 30 fps. And I think it's doing a fairly good job. Now the back camera is doing a much better job with 60 fps with that crispy 4K resolution, and the 8K mode looks good as well, even though the 24 fps aren't the best. Now on the Xiaomi 13T Pro, we get some more camera modes. So we got the portrait and the night mode, but we also have the high res mode, long exposure, slow motion, and a few more. There are also a lot of other little features that you get if you are in the normal photo mode by swiping down on the screen. Right here you have things like the AI camera, some grid lines, and you can even change the style of your shots if you want to. And guys, there we have it. Now that's the Xiaomi 13T Pro. Now I also covered the Xiaomi 13T. Just click right here to get right to the video. And I guess with that one being said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.